go to GoGuardian.com, select Sign In, select Login with Google. Of course, make sure that your Byram account is owning your Chrome browser. Choose your account. And you'll be taken to this interface with your classrooms. If you've never been here before, this will be empty. And just to show you how to do this, I think I'm going to remove this class first. And so if you want to add any of your classes, go to Import Google Classroom. The first time you do this, it'll ask you, are you willing to let GoGuardian have access to your Google Classrooms, etc.? You'll have to agree to that. But then once you do that, you'll be taken to this tab where it says Import Your Classroom, and you could scroll through and see which classrooms you have and pick whatever you want. So in my case, it's Robotics 2021. Sorry, not this one. I'll import the class. And now the students all appear. And if I go back to my classrooms, I'll see it there. And if I want to start a class, I'll hit Start the Class. And this, for example, would be my students have arrived into the Meet, and at the same time, I'll be doing this, Start a Class. And it'll pull all those students' screens up. Now, I'm doing this not when I'm in class, so I'm actually going to probably see what students are working on in other classes if they're there. If students aren't online, I'll see something that says like they're not online. In terms of just good professional practice, we probably shouldn't be doing this when our students aren't on or aren't in our class. And when you do that, so for example, like this is pretty benign here. I see the student is just waiting at the page. The student is looking at the Google Classroom, etc., etc. And you'll be able to see that for what your students are working on. So when you tell them to go to a breakout room and get to work, and you can only jump to one breakout room at a time, you can still monitor what all of their screens are representing. The caveat with this is that the monitoring abilities will only be present if the student is using a Chrome browser. So if they're using Explorer or Firefox or something else, this will not work. It has to be a Chrome browser. And they also have to make sure that their ByramHills.net account is the icon that they see up here in the upper right corner. This is basically saying that the ByramHills.net account is owning that browser. So as long as they've got that done properly, I'm just going to go to another tab so you can see this. That's the one where you want to make sure that their ByramHills.net icon owns it, and they're in Chrome. And as long as those two conditions are met, you will see what they're working on, assuming that they're actually online.